Have you heard of something called rain? No? How about pink flowers? Or blue skies? Or green meadows? They sound like myths. But they existed once. In a time before the Everfrost. Let me tell you this story as I first learned it. Once, long ago, there were two gods. One of fire and one of ice. Aurelia, the living flame, was the master of all warmth and light. Her gifts allowed plants to grow and animals to prosper. It's thanks to her that life had a chance to flourish. Glacia, her sister, commanded ice and steel. Every year she would freeze the world and cover it with snow. Out of both fear and reverence, warriors carved her name into every sword, knowing that they would face her in death. The roles they filled brought balance and harmony to the world. And in that balance, under their watchful eyes, the first human cities rose to power. Simple, sinful, imperfect humans could only see this as the grace of Aurelia. They grew resentful of death and cold. By the time humanity created the first written language, their love for Aurelia could only be matched by their hatred for Glacia. Mighty Glacia eventually and inevitably grew envious of her sister's adoration. Fearing that Aurelia would exceed her in power, Glacia sought out more ardent worshippers. She whispered promises to vestiges, those beyond the reach of Aurelia's warmth. In time, the winters grew cold and long. Glacia and her domain gained strength even Aurelia could not match. Noble Aurelia realized too late that her sister had conspired against her. The time for thaw had come and gone, and as the years passed, ice rooted its fangs into the world. Seeing the wake of Glacia's power, Aurelia knew her time was short. She looked on in agony as empires fell and the world was covered in snow. The last bastions of humanity walled themselves off, and she expended the last of her power to protect them. By the hand of the chosen few, the world would be kept warm. Aurelia's light took on a new form, a human form. Even in the face of Glacia's wasteland, people still find hope in the living flame. Those carrying her torch are known to us who remain as the Fire Callers.